So the craziest thing just happened. The other day I created a video, and this video was essentially the behind the scenes for some cryptocurrency projects I was working on. I uploaded it to YouTube, it flopped like all my other videos, and nothing really happened. But after a few days, this video started to pick up, and I started getting comments, and then soon enough, people were reaching out to me, asking me all kinds of different questions, and this video quickly became my most viewed video on this channel. And this showed that there was a lot of interest in a project known as Chia. And what is Chia? Well, for those of you who are new, it's a proof of capacity cryptocurrency network. So essentially hard drive mining, or what you will often hear as farming, because this is a much more environmentally friendly way of minting new cryptocurrency. In traditional cryptocurrency mining, you will use a lot of electricity competing for new cryptocurrency. This is a lot different than a proof of capacity coin. So let me explain a little bit how it works. You'll have a hard drive and you'll fill this hard drive up with what are known as plots. Once these plots are made, you will then farm from the hard drive. And the total storage you have will decide how much cryptocurrency you earn. The initial process of creating those plots does use some computing power. You'll need processing, you'll need RAM, and you will need a lot of SSD writing. But the end result of farming that hard drive uses significantly less energy. But that's not the best news of all. This video that I released must have been released at the perfect time because something big just happened in the Chia network. This video is sponsored by Chia Explorer. This is a fantastic tool for everything Chia, and it can easily be used to estimate your Chia earnings based on your allocated storage space. This will be your go-to tool whenever you want to see the transactions of the Chia network. If you're anything like me, you want to know where you stand in comparison to the rest of the network. You can do that with Chia Explorer by taking a look at the total network capacity, top farmers, and more. Check it out using the link below. If you're new here, welcome to Coin Breakthrough. We post new cryptocurrency videos every morning at 10 a.m. Eastern Time. If you want to stay up to date with the latest and greatest in cryptocurrency, then be sure to subscribe and slap that bell icon to be notified of the upcoming videos. So the Chia network has been in testnet for a very long time, and this is one of the projects I started following before it officially launched. This is huge because it gives you an opportunity to, one, build really strong relationships with some of the founders or the people who are heavily involved in the project, and it could give you an opportunity to earn a significant percentage of the cryptocurrency. I think it's pretty clear that the early bird gets the worm when it comes to cryptocurrency projects. If you don't believe me, then just think of the people who got in early for Bitcoin. Sure, there's some risk to this because you don't know what the project's going to end up being. It may be successful, it may not do as well as everybody hoped for. But either way, you're going to learn a ton and hopefully build some strong connections with other people. Now, Chia is designed to be low risk because it's supposed to be something that you can use stuff you already have laying around the house. So, this example here is an 18 terabyte hard drive. And if you're watching this and you're new, you probably don't just have these laying around your house. Maybe you have one for some media backup or something like that. However, you might have an 8 terabyte hard drive laying around or a 2 terabyte hard drive laying around. And you can fill the unused space on this hard drive with plots. And that hard drive will now help earn cryptocurrency. So basically, this is designed to help utilize the resources that are already out in the world. If you think about all the storage that has been purchased in the last year, there's, I'm sure, petabytes and petabytes of storage going unused. So that unused space instead could be supporting a network and earning cryptocurrency for that owner. That is the belief behind Chia. So that is where I encourage you to get started. Figure out what you have laying around and figure out how to get some plots. At that point, if you still find the project interesting, then you can consider investing in some hard drives or a machine to help fill these hard drives with plots. One concern you may have is whether or not this will put extra wear and tear on your computer. The most damaging aspect of Chia is that it requires a ton of disk writes to plot to a hard drive. So specifically, it's going to require just under 2 terabytes to write around 100 gigabytes onto your hard drive. So if you're filling up an 18 terabyte drive, you're looking at a lot. So this does become a concern when you're working with solid state drives because they don't have an unlimited lifespan. Now, never in my life have I worried about this because the lifespan is way beyond anything I've ever done until now. And in general, the lifespan for these solid state drives are pretty good. I'm on an iMac. I've done some plotting with this iMac, and I wasn't too wildly concerned that my hard drive was going to be fried. But just so you have a better idea, you may want to look up the SSD that you're using and figure out its TBW. This will tell you how much writing you can do with this hard drive before it, I guess I don't really know what happens. I don't know if it like degrades or just stops working. I've never got that far, but maybe I'll know in a while from now. Realistically, for most cases, the SSDs we have laying around are going to work. If you're getting to the point where you're considering buying numerous hard drives, at that point, you're going to want to get a dedicated SSD to do all this processing. Now, we're going to do builds and all that kind of junk in upcoming videos because based off of everybody's feedback, the Chia video that I posted, everybody loved it. They got a lot of help from it and have a lot of questions. I couldn't get to all those questions, so I decided I'm just going to do a dedicated Q&A video to address various concerns and various questions to help people get started with Chia. So what does it mean when a cryptocurrency goes from testnet to mainnet? Well, you can kind of think of it as RC to 1.0, RC being release candidate. This is commonly seen in software when you have basically a beta product, but it's been pretty thoroughly used and tested, and it's almost ready to be released. That's when I joined in on Chia. It was about a month or two before the main launch. Then when Mainnet launched, everybody was shifted over to Mainnet, and then at some point, real Chia cryptocurrency was being distributed. So at this moment, while we speak, I have computers set up that are just passively earning me Chia. And I know what a lot of you are going to be thinking. How much is this actually worth? Well, I'm still here doing videos, so it's not worth a whole lot. I'm just playing. Basically, at this time, Chia is worthless. That might be a harsh word to say because, this does have value. It has a value proposition. However, the dollar value for this cryptocurrency is 0. And that's because there is a 6-week lock-in from mainnet launch to when anybody can buy and sell cryptocurrency. So if you're watching this video pretty close to when I uploaded it, there could be a chance that you can still jump in on Chia and get in fairly early before people are even trading this cryptocurrency. I've even had people message me saying like, hey, I want to buy your cryptocurrency, like let's sign a contract now with a price. So there are people that want this cryptocurrency, but it's not really until it gets widely distributed till we know what the value for a Chia is going to be. So for example, a hard drive might have 3600 TBW, which is more than enough to fill a few hard drives. All right, so we know that the cryptocurrency does not currently have a dollar value, and that's fine. This is probably a good opportunity for us to earn as much as possible before the demand is very high. Well, at least hopefully that's the case once we can buy and sell. But what we can do is we can talk about how much Chia we're earning. So how many Chia do you get a day? Well, this is purely dependent on the percent of the network that you currently host on your hard drives. So the network is at 150 petabytes ish. This is 18 terabytes. So this is like a super small percentage of the network. But let's just say for example's sake, you owned 1% of the allocated storage. Then you're going to win 1% of the Chia that is minted. And there's 9,216 new Chia minted each day. And just going off of the Chia GitHub, if you had only 10 terabytes, you would win, well, this is based off of 50 petabytes total storage. So we need to divide this final number by 3. But realistically, you could invest in just one hard drive, just one 18 terabyte hard drive, or whatever's the cheapest per terabyte, and you can start winning Chia right now. So the video I did on my Chia plotting setup, that quickly became my most popular video, and I received a lot of questions. So naturally, I'm going to create some more content about this. So some specific things that I want to do is I want to show you a build completely step by step from beginning to end. So from picking the parts to setting up the plotter and actually farming the Chia. Now, of course, I'm no expert at this, but I'm going to show you what I've learned and also just make it, I think, in my opinion anyways, pretty consumer friendly. So we're not going to get into anything too crazy right now, but maybe down the road we'll do some crazy builds just to see how they perform. But I still have a lot to learn myself. Another one is I have to shuck a bunch of hard drives, so I figured I'd just do that for a Q&A. So drop your comments and questions below because I'm going to be addressing those in future videos. Which leads me to the question of the day, which is, if you farm cryptocurrency, what is one thing that you've learned about computers or cryptocurrency or whatever in your time plotting and farming Chia? And if you have not worked with Chia, do you think you will? Why or why not? So we got 2 questions there, depending on if you're into Chia already or not. Also, I just wanted to leave with just some encouragement because I don't know why, I feel like being a nice person today. So if you are in a situation where you're trying to figure out what project to get involved in or what cryptocurrency to start, it's overwhelming. Honestly, there's so many different projects. It's hard to know which one is going to be the next big thing. Like, I don't know about Chia. It could or could not blow up in a good way or a bad way. I don't know. But my encouragement is that you just need to get started with something, because even if Chia crashed and I earned absolutely nothing from this, I have learned so much about building computers, different ways of earning cryptocurrency, essentially how to start mining cryptocurrency, a ton about hard drives, Linux. I mean, the amount of education I've acquired just from chatting with other people that also do Chia and just doing my own research, the amount is just unmeasurable. So I just consider this as my tuition. And at some point, you just have to pay that tuition. But I do recommend just getting started with something that doesn't cost you anything, just so you can start and then grow from there. Specifically in my situation, the first computer I built to plot and farm Chia, I think I made so many mistakes with this thing and wasted so much money that I'm honestly thinking about doing a video sharing all my mistakes and just maybe not doing them again. So that's how it works. So I just wanted to encourage you to get started with something and go from there. Don't feel like you have to have the perfect system, and I would discourage you from investing a ton of money up front. Start with something, figure out what works better, what works worse, and then go from there. When I first started, I was really overwhelmed because anytime I thought I had a good build and I was ready to buy, somebody else would tell me, oh no, you don't want to do that. You want to do this server here. Or no, oh, don't do that. You want to do this thing over here. And it was like, so eventually I just started with something I was comfortable with, and now I'm looking on how to improve that. So that's all I got for this video. If you want more Chia videos, please be sure to subscribe, and new videos every day, 10 a.m. Eastern time. So see you tomorrow, and yeah, happy farming.